Okay.
All right, my dear.
Well, screen it. Love to learn a bit more about you.
To which camera am I supposed to be looking at?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
It's interesting. She said, "Why are you doing this, Meredith?" And I said, "Well,
We're doing things like coming and speaking to the members and hearing what matters to them.
to help and raise awareness for women who tend to have much less money when they retire than men." And she said, "Well, why is that?" And I said, "Well, all sorts of reasons." And she sort of looked thoughtful. And I said, "But that's not fair, is it?" And she went, "No."
I know, it's a bit surreal. Yeah.
The gender super gap is interesting. It's really critical what we're doing and certainly helping women in particular who have had time out of the workforce and whose super balance is relatively lower.
So I took a year off with the first one, and then I tried to go back after a year because I do enjoy my job and like I have, my own identity and stuff like that.
I arrived back in Australia in my mid-30s. The boys were young, 4 and 2, and had no super setup.
Behind the 8 ball was definitely how I felt when I started over again at 43.
I was quite aware that I was behind the 8 ball, if you like, in terms of creating wealth through super.
Often it's because women are the ones who give up work for a period of years while they're raising children.
We're also amongst the lowest wage earners. I'd already missed 6 years of super contributions.
And the more I put into home life, the more my work life suffered.
And then I've had very small super contributions up until I was getting that permanent 30 hours a week.
I was sort of torn between those two things. I'm talking, sweetheart. I'll see you in a minute. Really hard to balance all of that.
You've got this big gap,
And as a result, they have less money when they retire.
and so you're then faced with, and in some instances, a very poor financial future.
I would love to see all women in a position where they could make those choices, have children if they so desired, take time off work to bring them up if they so desired, and still have the capacity to have the same sort of superannuation as men down the track.
I guess it's just a matter of feeling like you're heard and getting through to those voices at the top that make the decisions.
Helping women understand what might be available to them to bring them back to par or closer to where they were had they have not had that time off. And I keep going back to education, but it is the key.
Education was thought to be something that I probably wasn't worthy of. I grew up at a time where education was thought to be wasted on a female. For me, it made me much more determined to acquire that opportunity.
You need to take action. You can't leave it to someone else or your partner to say, "Oh no, he looks after all the expenses and all the investments." It is the key to awakening people and for them to understand what the next steps are and the tools, the tips, the ways that they can get back on track for their retirement.
It's just you're at this stage of your life where you want to have priorities, not all work.
Enjoyed working thoroughly.
Develop other interests as you go towards retirement.
Now it's my time.
My philosophy, I have worked hard. I can enjoy the current moment without fear of the future.
That would be the dream.
We need to make sure that women can have good lives where they contribute in all sorts of capacities, but also be secure in retirement and have dignity in retirement. I'm just blue sky thinking.